What's up, everyone, and welcome to the video. And today we have probably the most important update in the game to date. Everything you know about Game of Thrones Legends has changed completely. We're going to go over what has happened, what you can do, and what you should be doing. This game is now the Wild Wild West. The first thing that's happening is the defense formula update, which Zynga did give us the update for. This will make tanks tankier. High defense champions will take significantly less damage, so there is a new calculations. Defense buffs and debuffs will matter more. So characters that can increase the defense will help your characters stay in battle longer. And defensive debuffs are going to be great for attacking your tanks. Now, they did nerf a guy like Varys, who has the best defensive debuff in the game that was at 50%, down to like 35%. We're going to go off and look at this. So, the one thing that I'm a little bit worried about is that in my team, for example, my Stark Ice team, I use Theon as the heavy hitter. Now, he will probably not be able to nuke anyone like before with the new damage calculations, and I'm going to show you in a minute. Now, here is an example of Robb Stark hitting Meryn. Before 11,000 damage, now 7,400 damage. That is a significant change. So what that means is when you use your special moves, you are not going to be hitting as hard, which means the matches are going to be longer. And you are going to want to take advantage of the tanks. See, this is with a defensive buff, and it's 5,000 damage pretty much compared to 7,500 damage with no defense buff. So defensive buffs are going to be the name of the game. They're obviously pushing Meryn and the Lannisters here in this update. They definitely want you to work on this. Now, this is also for low defense champions. They're going to change it where there's a threshold of how much damage you can actually do. So they're showing Theon doing 24,000 damage, and after it goes down to 17,954 damage. When they give her a defense buff, it's greatly reduced. So your squishy characters are going to be less squishy, which means the battles are going to be going on longer, and you're going to need sustain and a good strategy. This is going to make synergy incredibly important. Now, there are going to be many changes for the characters. I might or might not go over all of them. There are a lot, so you might have to read in this update. But characters are going to be getting new moves, changes to their kits. Yorn, we're not going to really talk about him. I mean, he does have a cool new passive that when an ally of the Night Watch has their shield destroyed, he's going to gain taunt for 2 turns. Taunt is a buff. Now, buff removal is going to be super important because the tanks will have taunt, and you're going to want to remove the taunt to hit the squishier characters. However, with the defense changes, you're not going to be able to one-shot as many as you are before. Jorah is stronger with the defense, and they are removing his defense buff a little bit to make it less. Ghost is going to hit harder. Varys got hit with a big nerf. His skilled defense debuff went from 50 to 65% down to 30 to 45%. This was essential in Crown's challenge to get the high level characters defense down, hit them with a big move, and knock them out. Now, defense down is reduced dramatically. Meryn has gotten a huge buff. His stun wound duration, instead of 1 turn, it's going to be 2 turns. Ned got a little bit of a nerf. Ramsay got a huge buff. He is going to do more damage on his skill, and the passive bleed chance is 100% now. Sansa got a little bit of a nerf. Her attack defense buff was reduced. This is still going to be a factor in matches, so just be careful when you're facing a Sansa and she uses her move. It's going to increase the attack and defense of your characters. So if a tank is taunting and she uses her skill, it's going to be very hard to take the tank out. Yara gets some changes. My man Benjen gets some buff changes on him. His shield skill damage is going through the roof at the maximum capacity. So he is going to hit harder. You just need to get good shields on Benjen. My man Beric got hit hard by the nerf tree. Beric had the ability to 35% chance when he crits to inflict 1 fire. If you're facing 5 enemies, you had a chance to inflict up to 5 fires on the whole team. That has been removed, and now it is just a skill with 50% chance to apply all fire, 1 fire to all enemies. So that is a huge nerf to my man Beric. I do have him at 7 stars. I was planning on using him on the fire team, but I do not know if I'm going to be using that anymore. We have to see. There might be better characters. Bronn is now a Lannister, so you could use him in the Lannister faction and get yourself some more coins. His bronze dagger has been buffed. Cersei got a full rework. And she is looking good. She has a leadership ability where all allies begin combat deceived for 2 turns, which could be quite useful because characters that start off right away with their moves, they can't use them. So she has a counter to certain teams, which might be very useful in the future. The Greens got a huge nerf, so she could be useful there. Kragos got a buff on him. Craster got a little bit of extra damage, which is nice for my team because I do like using Craster. Joffrey, Protector of the Realm buff. Marjorie is now able to be used in the Crown Lands tournament, which is huge. And she also has the ability to add coins to the treasury. And the ally gem with Joffrey is going to add renew to the target. So that is there. Tyrion the half-man got a huge nerf. He has no more deceit on his HP guard. This was a team used with the Greens. You would have a 4-star Tyrion half-man, and with the Greens, and you do 1 match up the middle, the HP guard is there, and you cannot do your moves for 2 turns, the deceive. So that has been taken away. That has been removed. The passive HP guard actually adds 6 coins to the treasury. So that is a nice addition to him. So he's just changed. My man Baelish got a change to him. He has a good change to his passive shield when you do defeat an enemy. Now my Baelish gets 25% max HP shield on an enemy defeat. So I will be working on Baelish with a team. I have a special team in mind with him. But overall, not a huge change on him. Talisa now has the ability to grant renew and taunt, and then she heals all allies for up to 25% max HP and removes all sustained damage effects from them. So that is something like fire. It's huge. And on defense, she is going to prioritize protectors when granting taunt. So if you're using Talisa on defense, she will grant Ned the taunt, which is huge because Ned is going to be super tanky and you can't make him brittle. You cannot make him brittle, so he is going to be very hard to take down. Also, if you're facing a Stark versus Stark matchup, your big damage dealers are Robb Stark and Theon, which do 50% less damage to Ned. So Ned is going to be very hard to kill. Tormund has gotten a boost on his shield skill damage, so that is good, and he is going to be better. Ygritte has gotten better as well. The Maester on the enemy AI is going to prioritize protectors when granting allies taunt. This is huge for the fire teams, and that is great. The Greens have been decimated on defense. They are still going to be good on offense. There are changes. They are still going to be good on offense. So your Greens are not useless anymore. But on defense, they are not invincible anymore. You can take them out. I have taken out level 350 green teams with my Baratheons now, thanks to the changes. So the Greens' days are over of domination. They have the ability to generate less stamina when controlled by the enemy AI. Their birthright damage buff has been reduced from 3% per stack to 2% per stack, so they're going to hit less. And then also for birthright, they are going to lose birthright when using their skill. So Alicent, Aemond, when they use their skill, they're gonna lose one birthright, and then also each turn they're gonna lose one birthright. Their basic damage attack on defense is going to be reduced in half. So when they hit you, it's not gonna be as hard. This is a big change in the game. I am telling you guys, this has changed the game dramatically. I need to do a lot of testing, but the protectors are going to be the wave of the future. Your tanks are going to have a role. Anyone with high defense who can taunt is going to be huge in this game. You're going to have to rely on defense buffs, defense down, and you're going to have to rely on the good old color tree to find out what is effective against that particular color. It's going to make many teams viable in this game. It's crazy. It's mind-blowing, actually, these changes. So the game is different now, and we are entering a new era of Game of Thrones Legends where tanks rule, defense is changed, your single target nukes are not going to happen. I have to test my man Theon. If my man Theon cannot get the kill in his first shot, Lord of Bones passive will not trigger, which puts me at a huge disadvantage. Fights should be longer. More strategy is going to be there. Comment below and let me know what you think. This is an important update. I hope you guys take this seriously. Come join my Discord server. Link is in the description. You will learn from the best players in the game, and we are discussing what is happening. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you all next time. Take care, all.